Hello everyone. In this video, I will show you how to read and write data to Excel files using LabVIEW. First, we usually start with the MS Office Report Express versus I. It is easy to use, just place it on the block diagram. It is great for creating new files, but it struggles when we want to write data into an existing Excel template without overwriting the format, so I switched to the standard Excel functions to control the file. In this video, I will show you how to read and write Excel files using LabVIEW. We will check the file, select a sheet, and update the data. Let's get started with the first topic. In this topic, I will show you how to check if the file is closed. Before we write data, there is a key step. We must check if the file is already open. If the Excel file is open, LabVIEW will throw an error. It cannot open the file. To check the file, I use basic file I/O functions. First, use open/create/replace file to select the file path. Then, use close file. If the Excel file is open and you run the program, the error out shows a red cross. This is error code 5. It means the program cannot open the file. If the file is closed, the error out shows a green check mark. So I create a case structure. I connect the error out to the case selector. Now, I will use a dialog message. If the file is okay, you will see File Check Passed. Let's try it. Next, we will write the code to select the Excel sheet inside the no error case. This example is a bit complex. First, use the create report function. Set the report type to Excel to open the file. Next, use Excel workbook properties to count the number of sheets in the Excel file. Then, make a for loop to get all the sheet names. Inside the loop, use Excel Get Worksheet to select the sheet. Use Excel Workbook Properties again to get the sheet name. Save these names in a string array called Sheet Names and put them into a text ring. After that, make a while loop. Put the Excel Get Worksheet function inside the while loop. Connect the text ring to the index of Excel Get Worksheet. This selects the sheet you want to show or get data. Make a stop button to stop the loop. Finally, when the while loop stops, use the Dispose Report function to close Excel. Next, let's test the program. Now the Excel sheet changes when you choose an option in the text ring in LabVIEW. Next, an example will show how to read data from the Excel sheet selected. We need the Excel Get Data function. You can get this function by going to Programming, then Report Generation, then Excel Specific, and then Excel General. In the video, I set the data type to a string array. This is to read all the data as text first. If you need to calculate these values, you can change the text into numbers later. The start and end inputs set the first and last rows and columns of your data. For the first run, I set all start and end values to -1. Then, I change the sheets. This shows that the program automatically reads the exact number of rows and columns in the sheet. For the second run, I set the start to 0, 0, and the end to 10, 0. This means the program gets data from the first row down to row 10, but it only reads the first column. Now you know how to read data. Let's move to the next example. I will show you how to write data into the Excel file. For this example, we will use a new function called Excel Easy Table. To find it, open your palette and go to Programming, select Report Generation, and then choose Excel Specific. Select Excel Easy Table. To choose where to write the data, we use the index. This is just like the Excel Get Data function. So I create a case structure, I put the Excel Easy Table function inside. It works when the case is true. The program writes data when you click the Save button. Let's test the program. It writes the data exactly where I want it. But there is a problem. If the new data has fewer rows, the old data is still there in Excel. We must clear the old data before we write the new data. When you click the Stop button, the program closes Excel automatically. Let's open the Excel file to check our data. As you can see, the data did not change. The new data is not there. Why did this happen? To fix this, we need to check the Dispose Report function in LabVIEW. Look at the input terminal called Save Changes. If it is set to false, the program will not save the file. You must change it to true. The program will save your new data perfectly. Let's test it again. This time, you will see that the data is changed to our new data. Next, let's go back to LabVIEW and write the code to clear the old data. I will clear the old data by overwriting it with empty data. I do this by setting the start and end index to -1 before I write the new data. Let's test it. Now I have the new data in the table, but the table borders do not fit the data. It does not look good. I will make the borders the same for the whole sheet. I use the Excel Set Cell Color and Border function to draw new borders. Let's test the program again. As you can see, the borders match perfectly now. Now we know how to write data to Excel. But if your data is complex, using an index is hard. You have to count all the rows and columns. In the next example, let's try writing data by using the cell name instead. Before we change our LabVIEW code, we must set up Excel first. Open your Excel file. Go to Formulas, then click on Name Manager. Select your cells and type a name. Next, delete the sheet name in the Refers to box. This step makes the name work for every sheet in the file. In this example, I make two cell names. I call them Data 1 and Data 2. When you are done, save the file and close Excel. Now, go back to LabVIEW. Look at the Excel Easy Table function. Type your name into the name input. It must match the name in Excel exactly. You can keep or delete the old index inputs. It does not matter. The function will only follow the cell name now. Now that we are done editing, let's test the program. It will start writing data at the top left corner of your named cell. The endpoint just depends on how much data you add. As you can see, we can now change the data in every sheet just by using the cell name. And we are done. We successfully wrote data using cell names. Now it is much easier. You don't have to count rows and columns. I hope this helps you with your LabVIEW projects. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.